And I am super excited about our speaker this morning. I'm going to invite Gwen Brandon, who is our Tourism and Marketing Director, to come up and do introductions.
Good morning, Pickens County. Good morning. My name is Gwen Brandon. I am the Tourism Marketing Director for the Pickens County Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center. This year, I joined the Chamber to co-chair a tourism committee along with Ms. Ruth Wall. The committee and Chamber Board of Directors adopted the mission of the committee to be to promote the city of Jasper and Pickens County as a tourism destination. Lots of new and fun things to attract visitors to our city and county are going on. And we would love for you to join us if you're interested in serving on the committee. Please let Ruth or me know. We're excited to announce that our first accomplishment was to qualify as a regional visitor and information center with the Georgia Department of Economic Development. Our speaker today will address what the designation means to Pickens County and your businesses. It is my pleasure to introduce Janet Cochran, Regional Tourism Project Manager with the new Department of Economic Development. Janet has worked in the tourism industry since 1995, following a varied background of civic, educational, and retail experience. She began her career in hospitality at the Northwest Georgia Trade and Convention Center as a marketing assistant before moving into the role of Executive Director of the Dalton Convention and Visitors Bureau. In 2006, Janet assumed a position with the Georgia Department of Economic Development. First as Regional Tourism Representative, then in her current position as Regional Tourism Project Manager, serving the counties of Dade, Walker, Chattooga, Floyd, Polk, Haralson, Carroll, Paulding, Bartow, Gordon, Whitfield, Catoosa, Murray, Fannin, Gilmer, Pickens, and Cherokee. Janet graduated from Lee College in Cleveland, Tennessee with a bachelor's degree in communication. She is also a graduate of the Southeast Tourism Society's Marketing College, Georgia Academy for Economic Development, Tourism Management and Development Institute at the State University of West Georgia, and Leadership, Dalton, Whitfield. Welcome, Janet, to Pickens County.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here. When that rain started this morning, I thought, oh, I might just have to be late. I just didn't want to get up. It sounded so wonderful. But as Gwen said, the Chamber has a lot of functions. I really enjoyed sitting here just listening to all the things that are going on, and that list of activities on the back of the program. I thought, wow, cannot believe how active this group is. And what a great group that you all come out this early in the morning. So, but one of the neat things, and it is exciting when we talk about tourism in Pickens County and the growth that is taking place, because there are a lot of things, like Gwen said, to see and do here, and more coming. And this designation is a step in the right direction when it comes to marketing and promoting your community. But I'm going to just share with you a little bit about why have a visitor center. And then why operate as a visitor center? Why should the Chamber do that? And what makes for an effective visitor center? What is an RVIC, or Regional Visitor Information Center? There is a designation that took place with that, and we'll talk about that. And the advantages of being an RVIC versus just any old visitor center. There are some advantages to that. And community advantages and partnerships that for having a visitor center in your community, what difference that can make for you and how you can also partner. So we talked about why. This is more just a visual. I want you to see, this is just a small token of what I can see in your community, but you have attractions, you have places to go, things to do, you have events. I actually went out to that mud park. I thought that was, my husband and I were watching videos on it last night. It was just so entertaining. But you have great festivals, Marble Festival. Jasper is known for Marble Festival. You have stories to tell. You have a unique history and heritage, and you have evidence of that in your community with your historic buildings. The Marble Garden, I love that garden. I think it's just so unique. It catches my eye every time I come through. You have dining options. And these are just a couple, but you have several. Local dining is so important to visitors. You have beautiful mountain scenery. The picture on the left that's a little hard to see is actually Sharp Mountain Vineyards. But you have beautiful mountain scenery and the activities that go along with that. You have a thriving arts community. You have shopping, unique shopping. Local shopping. You have places to stay, whether you're staying in a historic inn, or you're staying in a chain hotel, or just camping in the campground. Places to stay. And you have coming attractions. Got to meet our new owners of Fame and Goat Vineyards. Had an opportunity to visit the other week. It's going to be an exciting day, so we're looking forward to that opening. And Port Royal, everybody knows about that. So you have new things that are coming your way. So why be a visitor center? Why operate as one? You have things in your community that visitors want to see and do. So what makes for an effective visitor information center? Well, one is having trained staff. Having a staff that knows your community. If they don't know about you, you make sure that chamber knows about you. If you have anything at all that visitors may be interested in. Having a trained staff, someone who knows the area, someone who can listen, someone who searches out an answer, someone who doesn't just stop with, I don't know, but somebody who says, you know, I don't know that, but let me find an answer for you. If you can find it right away, great. If not, get a phone number, get an email. Figure out how to communicate and find that answer. An effective visitor center needs to be easy to find. It needs to be in a place and in a location that's easy for the visitor so that they don't get lost. It needs to be open and accessible. And certainly I know when you walk in the chamber now, it's open, there are brochures on display, and it's right off the main road into town. The mission of an effective visitor center is to keep your visitors happy and to keep them in town longer. The longer they stay, the more money they spend. So what is an RVIT? Gwen mentioned this. It is a designation through our Department of Economic Development's Tourism Division, the Regional Visitor Information Center program. It is an opportunity that the Chamber has as an RVIT to create even more partnership and synergy between the state and the local. It allows for increased communication and professional development. As an RVIT, there are training opportunities that come with that designation. There's a sister center network where they talk to each other. They talk about best practices. They talk about, you know, how did you handle this, or what happened there? What can we do for this special promotion? What did you do? What worked? So there's a great opportunity there for communication. There are also, as you can see in the photo, there are state-branded banners and things like that the local visitor center will have access to tie that together with the state of Georgia. Now, Chamber advantages, it's a great opportunity to capture visitors. Visitors often go to a Chamber of Commerce for information anyway. That's sort of the norm. But as a visitor center, it goes a step further because it actually opens their doors to a little bigger market than just local business or people who say, you know, gosh, I'm in town for a meeting, I can't find this place, where am I going? But it's for people who are here on business, they're here for leisure travel, they're here visiting friends and family, and it's a place for locals to also say, gosh, I've got relatives coming in town, I need to figure out what to do. It's a place where they can find that information. Tracking visitors. A visitor sign-in book may sound very trivial, but you know, with that visitor sign-in book, you can find out who's coming, where are they coming from, how many people in their traveling party, how did they hear about you, All of that is important information to know when it comes to figuring out your marketing plan and who is in town. Signage, the blue tourist info sign that you see up there, you've all seen it on the interstate and various places in Georgia. That blue signage, the RVIC designation gives an open door for the community to obtain that blue signage, the tourist info signs, and it gives the green light to DOT that says, okay, yes, they can put that sign up. Now the local community actually purchased the signs, but DOT will put them up out on 515 and on any state highways. You can put them up on your local roads at will, but when it comes to the state highways and federal highways, Georgia DOT has the say-so. And they don't just put up a sign on a whim. There has to be a reason. And that RVIC designation gives that green light, like I said, for those signs to go up. When those signs go up, that also helps visitors find the location where to get information. And then I mentioned training. That picture at the bottom is actually our latest RVIC conference in Columbus. And the staff of visitor information centers have opportunity to attend that conference, to obtain training, to learn more about what it is to operate as a successful visitor center. Now, advantages to your community is, even without the RVIC designation, you can display your brochure, but you especially want to display your information if you are a business or an event that attracts tourists, that attracts visitors to your community. One of the other things that you can do is to be an extension of this visitor center by always having a welcoming smile and always being willing to help visitors navigate your community. In my own hometown, someone came to visit a speaker, and he stopped at the bottom of the hill at the McDonald's and said, I'm speaking at the conference center today, and can you tell me where it is? And if anybody knows Dalton, it's literally just right up the hill off the interstate, a quarter mile from the McDonald's. And the answer that the gentleman received was, I don't know, I'm not from around here. You know, he could have been an extension of our community and said, you know, I don't think I really know that because I don't live here on a daily basis, but let me find out, let me ask someone. An attitude could have been all the difference, a smile and a willingness to help. One day I was in town, it was on a Saturday, and the Girl Scouts or local youth group were doing a car wash. And I thought, I need a car wash. So I pulled over in this empty parking lot. I let them start washing my car, and I'm sitting there, and the gentleman next to me, we started a conversation, and come to find out, he wasn't even from the state of Georgia. He had gotten off the interstate to fill up his car with fuel and thought the same thing, I think I'll just fill up my car with gas. And in the course of conversation, we came up with you started talking about, well, what is there to do here? Well, you know, I pass through all the time. What else can I do? Can I stay over? Who knew on a Saturday morning at a local car wash I would run into a visitor? And another time I was actually 5 miles off the interstate, walking through a parking lot of the Shoney's, and a gentleman stopped and asked directions. He was looking for a particular restaurant. Again, a visitor, someone who wasn't from my community. So we never know when we're going to be approached. So you as a community can be an extension of your visitor center. And if you don't know those answers, direct them to the visitor center, because they're the people who are going to be trained to know what to do. Now, when we talk about visitors, we have to always talk about the money that goes along with it. Because when we talk about tourism, that is one of the main reasons why communities market and promote. It's because tourism is economic development. Tourism does bring dollars into your community. And the latest figures we have for the county is in 2013. Tourism spending in Pickens County generated or supported 230 jobs. Tourism spending in Pickens County generated $28.14 million in direct tourism spending. That sounds huge. It's almost hard for me to comprehend. But I had to stop and think. My husband and I took some time off just last week. And we took our camper up to Blairsville. And in 2 days, we spent $300. Now, we ate out for every meal. We visited attractions and we shopped. And we did some things that were free. It didn't cost us anything. And we didn't even buy fuel. We were a really economical car. But you know, just in those 2 days, we spent $300, and I was amazed. And I thought, I can't believe I spent that much money. But I don't think that's untypical of a lot of visitors when they're taking that time off. So I can see where tourism spending will generate big dollars. That spending created $920,000 in state tax revenues, and also generated $760,000 in local tax revenues. So when we talk about the economy of tourism, this is really where the rubber meets the road in terms of the monies, let alone the direct spending in your businesses and at your events. So what all that means is this, is that every Pickens County household received $148.79 in tax relief per household because of spending in Pickens County. I don't know about you, but I would not want to have to get another bill from the IRS or state income tax office that says I owe more money. So remember, when we talk about the visitor center, the value of the visitor center to your community, the fact that you have an opportunity to open your arms even more to a visiting public means a healthy economy is a diverse economy. Tourism is part of that mix. It does bring revenue, and it does support jobs. Your local visitor center is a window to your community. Often visitors will visit, or a business owner or someone who's looking to relocate will be a visitor in your community before they will ever be a resident. So think about that. When you're entertaining your visitors, you may be entertaining your future business owners and those who will bring even more to your community. And again, you want to keep happy visitors in town longer because they will spend more, they will have memorable experiences, and those good experiences means that they will tell everyone else and they will keep coming back. So support your local chambers with their visitor center efforts. Be an extension, lend a helping hand. There will be things that will come up where you can help, such as National Tourism Week. It's always the first week in May. That was last week actually. There may be a special event that they'll do. There are opportunities where they may go somewhere to promote the community. And if you have time and have that opportunity to help promote, be supportive, because the more you can get the word out, the more people will know about you, and the more the Chamber will meet their mission of being a destination. Thank you.